everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I want to do a video on my experience getting my eyebrows microbladed. So my eyebrows are microbladed. It has been 16 months since I got them done. I haven't gotten any touch-up since then. For those of you who don't know what microblading is, it is doing a semi-permanent tattoo on your face for your eyebrows, or you can do eyeliner and things like that, but I'm not going to get into that. So mine are microbladed. I got them done April 2016, and at the time they said microblading lasts from 1 to 3 years. It depends on the individual and how your skin heals. So at the time I got them done, I was going to film a 5-month video update because I love my eyebrows, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. But there were, and I think there was maybe like 2 or 3 videos at the time, but fast forward, never did the video until now. And now I actually want to do a 1+ year update. I haven't seen a lot up there, so if you're wondering how long it actually lasts, I'm up to 1.5 years, and my eyebrow tattoo still looks really good, I think. It does need to be touched up, so I'll insert a bunch of pictures as I go along, but you can still tell that and don't ignore that, you can still tell that the shape is still here. There are still a few spots kind of here and here that the pigment has faded and it's a little bit more patchy. So I do actually take an eyebrow pencil and I just go and fill it in quickly in the morning. It literally takes like 30 seconds just because I want everything to look even. I did have very fine strokes, so they looked like hair when I first got them done. Now they've faded out and kind of blurred, so they don't look like real hair strokes anymore, but it just looks like I filled in my eyebrows without actually having to fill them in. So I'm not going to go into super detail like I usually try to do in my videos, giving you all the information because there is so much more information out there. But if I haven't mentioned already, I can't remember, microblading or brow feathering is a semi-permanent tattoo that goes on your face. It lasts 1 to 3 years, and the reason why is because my understanding, they go 2 layers deep into the skin instead of 7, so as your skin naturally exfoliates, it kind of pushes the pigment out to the surface and eventually it fades away. 1.5 years in, I can definitely say that is true. I can see it lasting up to 3 years, but it's not going to look perfect. It's not going to look like the way you got it done when you first got it done, or even a touch-up after that. But like I said, this is 1.5 years. My shape is still there. So my experience with microblading, I ended up going with Helen here in Calgary at hoitattoo, and the information will be listed below. She was $500 at the time, and that did not include a touch-up. So pricing generally I found ranges from $250 up to $700. Some artists include a touch-up, which is usually about $150 after between 4 to 6 months. Between about 3 months to get your touch-up. And some artists don't include it. So Helen does not include it. One thing when you're going to go in, when you're choosing a brow artist, you always want to choose someone that's going to be good. I actually got my eyebrows microbladed twice. The first one was with someone that I'm not going to mention here. If you are in the Calgary area and you want to know who not to go to, just let me know, send me a private message. But I got mine done with her, and she was offering a special of $250. Long story short, this is going on your face and it's going to be semi-permanent. You want to choose someone who's reputable, and usually the price range of about $500 means that they have good experience under their belts. They know what they're doing. People who are offering less than that typically are starting out trying to get more clients. It's not to say that they aren't good, but they are starting to build up their portfolio and practice more. So quickly, the first one that I did, I got my eyebrows microbladed, and then after the week period of when it kind of scabs off, almost all the pigment fell off. There are no brush strokes that I could see. So I didn't go back to her, needless to say, to get a touch-up done. I ended up going to Helen. I dished out the extra money, and she is completely 100% worth it. She knows what she's doing. She takes phenomenal before and after pictures to just showcase her work. She's very easy to work with. Her strokes are amazing, as weird as that sounds, but if you go through her profile on Instagram, they're like the perfect brows. They look natural, they look like brush hairs, they've got a great shape to them, and not everyone has the same shape. I find some artists do the exact same shape for everyone, even though it's not suited for your face or your ethnicity. But anyways, the overall pain factor, it hurts. And I want to say that carefully because I guess it depends on the person, the artist as well. My mom got her eyebrows microbladed by by Tammy here in Calgary as well, and she said that it didn't really hurt. It feels like a lot of pressure because what they actually end up doing after they figure out your shape, they put the numbing cream over, and as they're going through the brush strokes, which by the way, it sounds like Velcro ripping, but it's actually just your skin ripping. It's really gross. But my mom said that it didn't hurt at all, and Tammy said that if it's applied correctly, just the way that everything goes, it really shouldn't hurt. That said, mine did hurt. The first pass that Helen did for my eyebrows, it didn't hurt. It had the numbing cream, but the initial ones, I could feel a lot of things. Not everything, but a lot of things. And I've got a really high pain tolerance, but there are times where my body just couldn't handle it and I had to take a quick little break and shake it out. So when you're going into this, they don't, and for some reason, this is what I thought, they just do kind of strokes and they go over one pass and one pass. They do 3 passes. So you're gonna be there between 1.5, I'd say 1.5 to maybe 2.5 hours in the overall process, getting your eyebrow shape figured out, numbing cream, strokes, and all of that. They basically make the strokes into your skin. They do the first pass, kind of cover it with pigment, and then they go back for a second pass and then a third pass to make sure that the pigment really sticks in there, that it's set in there. So after the procedure is all said and done, healing time. How long does it take to heal? On average, I've seen that it takes about a week to heal. After a couple of days, it'll start to get itchy. Yes, it looks like you have angry eyebrows because the pigment is very dark, but as your skin heals and exfoliates, it does fade out just a little bit. I had angry eyebrows for a week and they start to scab. You do not want to pick at the scabs. Your technician will give you specific care instructions on how they want you to take care of your brows after. If you do not take the time to take care of your brows, you could end up with patchy brows, and it is not their fault, it is your fault for not listening to them. So it's an investment on your face. You want to make sure you take the proper precautions and the proper instructions for aftercare. If you're looking into microblading, I briefly mentioned the cost for some of the technicians, but things that you also want to take into account when you're budgeting out for this, things that I didn't take into account because I'm dumb, I don't know, I was just excited, I want to get them done. So between $250 to, say, on the high end, $700 Canadian to get your eyebrows microbladed. You also have to include tax and tip on top of that. So that ends up being a couple $100 more if you want to tip them. So my general experience overall with getting my eyebrows microbladed is very positive. After they healed, the feeling of waking up in the morning and not having to draw on your brows is fantastic. I always struggled with filling in my brows. I actually had no idea how to fill in my brows until I started looking into microblading, oddly enough. But I look back at the pictures and they looked awful. I would spend probably like 10 minutes trying to get them straight and even to make them look like twins. And then as soon as I walked outside, they did not look like twins, they did not look like sisters. It was awful. So getting my eyebrows microbladed, even though the expense is up there, it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. It just helps to frame your face. It takes so much time off of your routine every morning. It's already done. Even if you don't wear any makeup at all, it just frames your face and you just look a little bit more awake and bright. Now this is the update. So here are the pictures of what it looks like now. Like I said, it is a little bit patchy in some areas, but the overall shape is there. I'm actually going in for an appointment with Tammy by where my mom got her eyebrows microbladed. She is charging $250 for a touch-up. So I just want to throw it out there. It says it lasts from 1 to 3 years. Yes, that is true. Is it gonna look perfect at the 3-year mark without touch-ups? No. So if you think about doing an annual touch-up, which is roughly on average I've seen $250 plus taxes and all that kind of stuff, say it maxes out at $300 a year for a touch-up. Some people ask me, they're like, is it worth getting it done? I mean, I draw my eyebrows on every day. I use like a $12 brow pencil, or even if you do the Anastasia dipped brow and pick it up monthly, it's actually going to come out, I think, to the same cost as getting your eyebrows microbladed and then getting them touched up. So if you take $300 and break it down by 12 months, it is $25 Canadian a month. So you could spend less on that in brow products, but It's not about the cost in the end, it is about the happy satisfaction that you get not having to spend all the time drawing on your brows, and they're gonna come out perfect. Like, they're absolutely perfect. They're pretty much twins, not sisters, which is a-okay in my books. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here to show you what it looks like a year and a half later, in case you're like, does it actually last 1 to 3 years? Why do they generalize that so much? It depends on the chemistry of your body and how fast your skin exfoliates, all that kind of stuff. So this is kind of what my brows look like, just in a video. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to private message me. I'll leave a comment in the down bar below, or send me an email. All my contact information is always listed. Yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!